Hey everybody, I am back today with this week's Laura Sketches Reimagined. We are going to reimagine this sketch by using one 4x6 photo, and instead of making those little rings, we're just going to die cut some pattern paper. I have also fussy cut all of these flowers from half of this floral paper that I received that was part of the ScrapbookingStore.com kit for May, and I'm going to use a photo of my son. I have been trying to use just my boy photos on this kit this month because it tends to be very feminine, but I wanted to show you that it was possible with the B-sides to go ahead and use them for any kind of photo you might have. There was a bit of a manufacturing issue. This is the first time ScrapbookingStore.com has ever manufactured their own paper. So they did 12 by 12 papers, but the branding strip is part of that 12 by 12. So I want to use this light pink as my background. So I'm just going to take this 1-inch strip of blue paper, and I'm going to add a strip to the top and a strip to the bottom, which makes it a little bit different than what the sketch calls for, but that's okay. It totally works with my design still, and I'm able to use this paper as a full background. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach just this larger blue border at the bottom and then a smaller blue border at the top. Next up, I'm going to go through all the patterns, and I'm going to choose what patterns I want for my layers. You can already see I have my circles die cut there, and I'm going to use one of the 3x4 cut apart cards as my title. I'm going to alter it just a little bit though. So right now I'm just going to cut some papers, kind of get my patterns chosen, and then I'm also going to go ahead and map my photo. So there's a cut apart card that says stop and smell the roses, but I want to alter it a little bit. So I took another piece of the cut apart cards that said in bloom, and I'm going to grab some thickers from my stash. These thickers are from an older Paige Evans collection, and I want to cover up the part that says roses because my son in this photo is not smelling roses. So what my idea is to go ahead and make my title be Stop and Smell the Flowers in Bloom, which is what he was doing. I snapped this photo in the greenhouse when we went to buy our spring and summer flowers for the vegetable garden, and he was examining the flowers, and I was on the other side of the greenhouse, and I got down on my knees and snapped this super cute photo. So I'm going to have to glue down all of these thickers because they're thickers. So they were never sticky anyway, but on top of that, they're quite old. So I am going to go ahead and do that. And now I'm going to go ahead and kind of create these clusters on my page. So what I did was I took, there's a couple floral papers in the kit that would work really well for fussy cutting. One of them is very obviously roses, and I didn't feel like that would work for this page because he's not sniffing roses. He's sniffing like petunias and stuff. And so I wanted to use another floral paper. So what I did was I cut the floral paper in half, just in half, 6 inches, boom, done. And then I took half of that 6x12 paper and I fussy cut all of the flowers that were in on that paper. So I fussy cut that paper completely. I do that quite a lot. I find that if I just want to have some flowers for like one layout, if I take a pattern paper I want to fussy cut and just cut it straight in half, I usually get enough fussy cut elements for one layout and I'm good. Sometimes I do an entire page if I know or I'm unsure if I want to make 2 pages with it or things like that, but it's a good rule of thumb. And fussy cutting these flowers took me about 45 minutes, and then the actual filming time on my layout was about 35. So in total, this layout didn't take a super long time to do. My original plan had been to go ahead and grab some of the stickers or the other embellishments, but once I had my flowers down, I felt like this layout was complete. It looked finished to me. I did go ahead and fussy cut those really dark blue tiny flowers, and I think that those added that pop to my layout. I really, really love how it turned out. You'll see here as I go ahead and put them down. I used them the way you would use sequins or enamel dots or Nuvo drops, something like that on my layout. And it felt done to me when I was finished putting down those bright, darker blue flowers. So I decided that it was finished. And I love how this turned out. I think it turned out really cute, really fun. Using Laura's sketches has been helping me to create layouts that have that finished feel and don't take a lot of time to put together. So that's really something I've really learned about her sketches as I have been doing this series, that layouts with her sketches will come together quite easily, which is awesome because sometimes we want our layouts to come together quite easily. I'll talk to you all again very soon and have a fabulous week. Bye.